Greetings, citizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and today I'll be talking about titles. A title is important because it's the very first impression people will get of a story. A vague title will confuse people, while a generic title will be ignored. Of course, this video is just for fun, and I'm not trying to be the one and only authority on what you should or shouldn't name your story. I don't like protagonist titles because they tell me nothing about the story or the character. I can tolerate them if the character has a unique name, or if it's supposed to be the start of a long-running franchise, and the character defines what the franchise is. Eva falls into neither of those categories. I get that it's supposed to be a reference to Eve from the Bible, but still. At the same time, some protagonist titles give me the impression that above all else, this is the grand story of someone's struggles and achievements. But what do I dislike more than protagonist titles? Regular one-word titles that you'd find in a dictionary. Such stories are hard to search for and bring up in casual conversation without clarification. Take Cars, for example. I will happily defend this movie if no one else wants to, but even I will admit that it is the pinnacle of Pixar's non-existent naming sense. It's about cars. Cool story, bro. Sometimes, however, one-word titles can be effective. While I'm talking about Pixar, let's look it up. Not only are the characters literally going up, but the beginning is upsetting, and the rest of the movie is uplifting. My favourite one-word title is Spore. In this game, you start as a single-celled organism and eventually evolve to create a galactic empire. In real life, a spore is a single cell that organisms such as fungi begin life as. The largest organism in the world is a honey mushroom that covers over 2 miles. Speaking of video games, the title of New Super Mario Bros. Bothered me a lot as a kid. I thought that the word new was a sticker, instead of part of the title, so I didn't understand why people were still selling a game that was several years old as new. Finally, let's talk about The Last Wild, not to be confused with the Fourth Seeker's book. The title seems grammatically incorrect, until you read the book and learn that wild is a term used to refer to a group of animals led by a wildness. Unless you're reading the German version, whose title translates to The Big Wilderness, even though it's established early on that most of the world is dead. My review of the Last Wild trilogy was my second non-remix video, and I feel like I didn't say enough. I hope that I would make the trilogy even the slightest bit more popular, because I thought I would enjoy it more if I had someone to talk about it with. In hindsight, reviewing something no one has heard of when you're still a small YouTuber isn't the best idea. In my review, I complained that the prophecy felt like a substitute for actual motivation. Recently, I realised that Kester is a really passive character. He just stands there, not knowing what to do, while Polly interacts with humans and does all the proactive stuff, and the animals tell him that he alone must save the wild because prophecy! It is possible for a story to revolve around a prophecy, but still have the characters be proactive. Take Wings of Fire, for example. Or maybe not. That's better. Anyway, the whole premise behind Wings of Fire is that a group of chosen ones decide to fulfill the prophecy in their own way, and one of them wasn't even chosen. Please read Wings of Fire.